So LSD, non-LSD. Five speed. So replacing rear main seal. There's a special tool for it. I don't have one. So what I did is I drilled a hole right in the middle, put a screw in it, and let's see if I can take this thing out. So basically you have a seal that was here with the screw inside, and just yank it out. Clean this out, put the new seal, and ready to put the flywheel on. New seal is in. Hopefully it's not gonna leak. Now put the pilot bearing and put a flywheel on. So quick update on what the heck is going on. I never done trainee on is300, and when I say trainee I mean just the trainee with the engine being in the car. So this time I couldn't put the trainee on. I've done it on E36 with keeping the engine inside. I didn't even lower the engine or anything, but this time on the IS the trainee would not go on. So now it's officially attached to the engine, but I had to get the cherry picker attached to the engine and lower it, and I had to take bolts off, or the nuts off the subframe, and lower that, because I only needed like probably this much inch, give it a take, to freaking get the engine up. But because of the trainee tunnel, the trainee would not go all the way up, and I needed to go up and then push forward. So well, it's done now. It's almost there. Now I have to drill the hole right here for the trainee breather, put rest of the bolts on, and keep on working, I guess. So update you in a little bit. So okay, got the trainee all bolted up, cherry picker on the side, engine sits the way it's supposed to, all the bolts and everything tight, subframe is up. I still have a jack underneath, but just for safety. Same thing back here. I mean, I can probably take this away, it's not doing anything. Trainee mount is already mounted, but the only thing is, or the problem, when I drilled a hole, I didn't really measure how big of the hole I need, so I kind of drilled it to the side. So now I need to lower the back of the trainee and cut this part out, so I can clear everything on the trainee and then start assembling. I'm still waiting on a gasket for, where'd it go? Oh, I don't know where it's at, but still waiting on the part on the gasket for the fuel tank for the evap system. It should actually come in tomorrow, hopefully, but I don't know. I think I'm either getting lazy or getting old, probably both, but This car should have been done a long time ago. I'm taking my sweet ass time on it. I don't know why. I used to like work on a car 24/7. Everybody go to sleep, I'll be working in a garage with lights on and all that. But lately I've been super lazy, no excuses, and I miss driving this car. So hopefully I'm gonna get most of the trainee stuff, probably wiring and everything done, get the gasket for the fuel tank evap thing, whatever it's called, and if not tomorrow, day after tomorrow, car will be driving. So like I said, I'm gonna lower the tranny. Where is it? Somewhere. Lower the tranny. Oh, actually, I swapped the steering wheel. I don't know if you guys notice, on auto you have a button right here and one in the back. This one doesn't have one. I didn't put everything together just yet because I think my steering wheel is gonna be a little off. So after I drive on the street, I should be able to kind of tell how much off it is, so I can readjust it. But you can see mass, 2 bumpers in a car, all that stuff. But it's okay. Like I said, hopefully in a couple days I'll be ready, and at the end of next week, and today's Sunday, and the end of the next week, car's gonna be clean, ready to get painted and looking nice. So let's keep on working. So quick update on what's going on. Most of the stuff is already done, the big stuff. I already start cleaning. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but jack is out, all the bolts and everything is cleaned up, all the tools. So all I have to do now is top off the oil in the tranny and the rear diff, because I spilled a little bit when I was taking it out. Put rest of the exhaust back on, do the wiring, swap the ECU, interior, centerpiece, clean out the back, and oh, in this here. So I might as well, why not, since no cars on the jack and all that, replace these bushings. I don't know if you can see it or not, but yeah, right there, it's all done. So it's not completely torn, but it's something. Oops, I almost lost you guys. It's something that I'd rather replace it now than just put it the way it is, put it on the way it is, and then later replace it. So I'm gonna order that today. Hopefully, if not today, tomorrow is gonna come in, and should be driving tomorrow. So let's do the interior, because I don't feel like changing and going under the car again. So let's get to it. So one of the things that you have to do when you're doing lowering the tank, fuel tank, you have to make sure you disconnect this plug and disconnect that plug right there, because you start lowering and you have this plug. It's pretty long, but it's not long enough for you to drop the tank all the way down, so you're gonna mess up the plug and rip out the wires and stuff. So I'm gonna vacuum it out, plug it up, put the seats back on. Too. It's nice to have all kind of tools.
Speak up.
What?
Speak up.
I said it's nice to have all kind of tools and equipment. It is more money, but it's worth it if you're doing stuff like this. I mean, it's not that expensive. I paid what, 40 bucks for this? 20, 40 bucks? It's $100 usually. Well, depends on the brand that you buy. Might cost you 200, 300 bucks, but this one, it does its job. I use this a lot too. Sometimes to pick myself up. So, I already swapped the ECUs. I'm gonna spare you guys all the boring stuff. So, this is ECU from this car, 2JZGE, AT for automatic, and the manual says MT, which is already there. Same plug, same everything. There's nothing extra. Fits perfect, just like it's supposed to be here. So you can see there's no plugs missing. Well, this one's no plug. So next thing, if you are swapping the ECU, chances are on pre-95 or 95 and up, you have chip and a key. And this one has a chip. Luckily, I have both keys for my donor car, which is for this ECU, and this car. So on the Lexus, kind of easy. All you have to do, there's a small screw, you take it out, and this is the chip. It's a remote for the lock unlock, and it has a starting chip in it. So if you don't have this, you'll have to take either the entire car or DME or ECU, whatever, to dealership and have them program your key, or you have somebody come out and do it. There's a bunch of people that services that do that. So I already swapped it again, so I'm gonna spare you all the little details, and I'm gonna start the car. Hopefully it starts. There's no exhaust, so if it does start, it's gonna be loud. I can't drive it just yet because it's still on a stand. And my lower control arm is still off, so let's start. Oh, so if you have earplugs, I don't know how loud it's gonna be there, so just heads up. I'm gonna start. So, still have to get the clutch going. Still has the bubbles. It's, I don't know why they did this, but here's the thing. You have the fluid here, then it travels from there going up here, all the way across, and then goes down and down there. So it's kind of hard to get all the bubbles because this is the high point, and if you follow this this line, it kind of goes down and then loops it, comes up and all that. So there's a lot of air can be trapped, especially since everything's been drained. So I got most of it out. I mean, it's working, but there's still some air in it because I can feel the clutch pedal is not coming up the way it's supposed to, and it's really soft, and this one is annoying. So I'm gonna be working on that, and I'll see you in a little bit when I drive the car. What are you doing? I know this car's been sitting here for some time, but doesn't mean that you had to ride on it. Come on. You're riding again? And walking inside. Let's take a test drive. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. So this is it for today's video. The car is done. It drives, runs. There's a couple things I think I already talked about the electrical stuff, but I'm not gonna go into details because I'm still working on it. Backup light is working, but there's a clutch wiring and speed sensor signal that I'm still kind of working on it. And if you guys interested, comment below. I'll let you know as I go along and I try to fix it, or I'll just make a video in the future as far as the wiring. But it is super easy to do it. Again, I'm not gonna get into it. Why am I not done with it? I want to do it my way, so let's put it that way. So this is it. Hopefully you guys liked the video. I know I didn't talk about all the little details. There's a bunch of videos out there on the YouTube that you can find. They talk about all the little details and everything step by step. I didn't do it. I just kind of wanted to show you guys that it can be done. A lot of people done it. It's easy, not so hard. The only thing is, do your research, please, before you work on a car. Do your research. If you're not sure how it's done, go on YouTube, go on forums, talk to technicians. There's a lot of people that own shops and stuff, and they'll talk to you. Probably not gonna talk to you like all day long and all that, but if you have like a basic questions, they'll answer. One of the next videos is coming up. I'm gonna talk about why you shouldn't work on a car if you don't know what you're doing. You guys probably not gonna like me in that video, but I have to say it. I have to do it. So I think that's it. So again, if you guys like the video, please hit thumbs up. Ask any questions if you guys have any, and subscribe if you haven't. See you next time. Oh, and by the way, I was going to replace front lower control arm bushings. I didn't replace them, even though I said they're on order. I was actually going to order them, but they were way too expensive, so I took them off my donor car. They're used, but still way better condition. So hopefully in the future, I'm gonna try to find something aftermarket, just a bushing, because I guess dealer doesn't sell just a bushing. They sell the whole thing, which is like over $100. So that's in the future videos. Don't do it on this car. Some of you might know what this is. It drove me nuts. Here's the thing. Why am I even making this video?